Imagine it's 1840. You need a simple leg amputation. Back then, hospitals weren't sanctuaries of healing, they were chambers of screams. There was no anesthesia, no sterile rooms, and absolutely no mercy. You'd be strapped to a wooden table, and your surgeon's greatest skill wasn't precision, it was speed. Robert Liston, a famous surgeon of that era, could take a leg off in 28 seconds. Speed was the only anesthesia available. If you stayed conscious for more than a minute, the sheer shock of the pain was often fatal. The question is, how did we survive this? And how did we eventually find the secret of painless sleep? In the centuries leading up to the 1800s, the methods for numbing pain were often as brutal as the surgery itself. In many parts of the world, the only way to dull the sensation was to provide the patient with massive amounts of alcohol until they were semi-conscious. In more desperate cases, some records suggest that doctors would strike the patient on the head with a wooden mallet to induce a temporary coma. It was a chaotic game of chance. The patient would either wake up with lasting injuries or, in many cases, never wake up at all. However, history shows that different civilizations had been searching for a solution long before the 19th century. The ancient Egyptians documented recipes using poppy and mandrake, and sometimes applied crushed marble mixed with vinegar to create a local numbing effect. In ancient China, the physician Hua Tuo developed a formula called mafeisan, an herbal wine designed to induce unconsciousness for abdominal surgeries. As time moved forward, this knowledge evolved in the Arab countries. Physicians like Avicenna, Ibn Sina detailed the use of sedatives in his canon of medicine, specifying that opium and mandrake should be used until the patient sinks into a deep sleep before any cutting or sawing begins. It was in this era that the soporific sponge was developed. A sponge was soaked in a concentrated mix of narcotics, dried, and later moistened so the patient could inhale the vapors directly into the lungs. Yet, despite these global efforts across thousands of years and as empires fell and manuscripts were lost, this genius invention vanished, leaving the world to scream for another 800 years. By 1844 inches America, science encountered a potential solution in an unexpected place: the circus. A dentist named Horace Wells attended a public demonstration where people inhaled laughing gas, nitrous oxide, for entertainment. He observed a man who had inhaled the gas trip and badly injured his leg, yet the man felt no pain. Wells attempted to bring this to the medical community in Boston, but during the demonstration, the patient cried out. Wells was dismissed as a fraud and left the hospital in disgrace. His student, William Morton, continued the search and identified a more stable substance, ether. On the 16th of October, 1846, at Massachusetts General Hospital, Morton placed an ether-filled glass inhaler over a patient's face. The patient drifted into a deep sleep. The surgeon removed a tumor from the patient's neck, and for the first time in that theater, there was total silence. No struggling, no screams. When the patient regained consciousness, he famously asked when the surgery would begin. The lead surgeon turned to the audience and stated, "Gentlemen, this is no humbug. Modern anesthesia had officially arrived." Today, anesthesia is a medical standard, but behind every second of painless sleep lies a long history of trial and error, from ancient sponges to 19th century circus tents. We live in an era where the clock of pain can finally be paused. If you found this journey into history interesting, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next one.